Let's bring in NJ Ayuk, who is a member of the high-level EU-Africa Ministerial Panel on Energy. He's also the CEO of the African Energy Chamber. He joins us live now from Niger. Thanks for being on the program, NJ. Let's just break this down a little bit. What is the Global Gateway Project and what does it mean for Africa?
What this means for, thank you for having me, by the way, but what this means for Africa is a new recommitment and a new injection of European capital, European funds to be able to drive Africa towards a transition. But also it looks at digital transformation, also looking at energy and green, and also looking at the environment and also things around agriculture. So it's a big package, but energy is going to be a big player in the whole of this new relationship and this new gateway project.
So, NJ, what are some of the concerns then? We did mention them briefly in that introduction. What are some of the concerns of African leaders, specifically around fossil fuels and mineral exports?
I mean, nobody loves the environment more than we do, but African leaders want to really ensure that our issues around making energy poverty history are really put front and center. One. Number two, the big issues around cutting greenhouse gas emissions at the expense of Africa when it comes to financing fossil fuels, like issues around gas. But we are very happy with the EU officials because right now EU officials have made gas as green. So what does that mean? That means gas around Mozambique would no longer or should no longer face the steep opposition when it comes to financing it. Today in Niger, they just signed the big trans-Saharan gas pipeline between Nigeria, Niger, and Algeria. It will move gas across these three countries right into Europe. We don't want a blockage on financing for that. If you look at Senegal, around the MSGBC region, great gas potential. So we want to make sure, number one, that gas is part of our transition and gas is no longer blocked. But number two, also, we want to really ensure that we do have African minerals being processed in Africa. And then we can export the raw material and having Africans be part of the entire value chain. And I think the EU, with much credit to them, we've had our fights, but they have really listened. Last year during Africa Energy Week, we had Angela Merkel send her personal representative, had a lot of conversations with us, and we think this is a good deal that they have moved, especially with green gas, and that will help us in making energy poverty history.
And just how important is sustainable development in Africa, given the continent knows firsthand, and as we report on this program often, the ravaging effects of climate change on the environment and also the populations in Africa?
Mm-hmm. I think climate change is an issue. We got to fight climate change together with energy poverty at the same time, but we need to really focus a lot on technology, cutting greenhouse gas emission, carbon capturing technology. The EU has a lot to do on that. But now this is an amazing opportunity to really focus on an energy mix. Today, we've seen a big deal signed on green hydrogen in Niger. A lot of movement around hydrogen in South Africa and a lot of movement around hydrogen in the Maghreb region. That is a good thing. But also we have to be good stewards of the environment. And European technology is going to play an amazing role in that. But also do not forget, our continent has contributed only less than 4% of greenhouse gas emissions. We have not really emerged that. We have a growing population. It's going to, by 2050, it's going to be about 2 billion Africans. And 600 million Africans today out of 1.2 billion have no access to electricity. 900 million no access to clean cooking. We need to ramp things up in a safer, cleaner, better, so that we can have abundant and really more energy for everybody. But we need to do it in cleaner fashion.
Well, we appreciate your insights. Thank you for breaking it down for us. We do have to move on, I'm sorry. NJ Ayuk, the CEO of the African Energy Chamber, joining us from Niger.